Oh, riff-raff there from the new ACDC album, live, of course. And if you want blood, you got it. It's a very good evening. Welcome to Edinburgh and welcome to Edinburgh Rock to Bon Scott of ACDC, lead vocalist.
Good evening.
How you doing, Bon?
Pleasure to be here.
It's been a few years now. I've been trying to get you on this program, live on there, because I very much enjoyed the concert tonight. I only managed to catch about 3/4 of an hour of it before I actually came down here to start the show. But it's a great pleasure to have you on the program tonight. Let's talk a little bit about the brand new album now, the live album. Did you feel that this was just the right moment to release a set of live tracks?
Yeah, well, like we sort of played around Australia for like 2.5 years, and then we played England for like 2 years, America for a year, and the live album sort of culminates that whole spectrum of like 4 years of time, like, you know.
Yeah.
So now we feel now that after this album's out, we can start afresh, like, you know, and treat the whole world as like one audience.
Right.
Like in the past, we've had like an album out in Australia, an album out in Europe, one in England, one in America, like, you know, at different times, you know. So we've had nothing sort of which has sort of been at the same time, you know. So now we can sort of start off and treat the world as a whole rather than country by country, you know.
Yeah, I see. It must make it actually a lot more harder work when you do it, you know, bit by bit, and you know, releasing one in Europe and then the States and everything and doing it differently. But
we just sort of, you know, take it as it comes.
How did you actually pick the particular tracks to go on this album? Because it must have been difficult. So many of your tracks are so popular, you know.
We recorded about five concerts: Glasgow, London, San Antonio, New York City, and somewhere else, Hollywood, somewhere like that. And we just picked out the best of what was going on, you know.
Right.
And it turned out that I think the whole album is basically Glasgow. That was where the best sound came from, like, you know.
How about the audience response? Did that have a lot to do with it too?
Well, of course, yeah. I'm pretty sure it was Glasgow. If not Glasgow, at least it was Scotland, because that's where the best audience response comes from.
You've got to say that, but I'll believe you.
I don't have to say nothing because, you know, but I'm just saying that's where it came from. Like, it was just, I'm pretty sure the whole thing was Glasgow.
All right. Well, there's one particular track, that one we just played, Riff Raff, is one of my favourites from the new album, but there's one that isn't included on that's certainly a favourite of mine. I was glad that you played it in the first half hour tonight. One of my favourites from the album Powerage, Sin City. Oh, Up to My Neck in You and Sin City, and both from the album Powerage, and in fact, Bon from ACDC is in the studio live tonight on Edinburgh Rock. That particular track there, not exactly one of the most romantic songs ever written, you must agree.
I think it was darling. I mean, that's my most ardent love song.
Is it?
You know, it is, yeah, because that was written for a woman that I loved very dearly, and I still do. Only that I'm not so far up now as I used to be.
Well, there's one thing about the music and the lyrics and the whole ACDC image is the aggressiveness and as one of your albums says, high voltage rock and roll. You know, that's what the whole thing's about, really, isn't it? But how did it actually evolve that way? I mean, because I don't really think there's another band actually that has this aggressiveness coming across in the music, the way it used to, in fact, with some bands. I think it was like a frustration on the part of Angus and Malcolm with the music, and a definite frustration on my behalf as a, dare I say it, a lyricist, like, you know. I just had all these things that I wanted to say, and in bands I've been with in the past, it wasn't accepted, like, you know. I couldn't say, like, you know, up to my neck in you, which is, you know, quite inoffensive and forced, like, you know. It just depends on your frame of mind as to how you take the whole thing, like, you know. Right.
But to me, it's just that, you know, to me that's a compliment, you know.
Right.
But, you know, a lot of people don't think it like that.
like it's like the music. Lots of people don't like the music because it's just too rough, I guess. Yeah.
But then you just, if anybody walked into the Odeon tonight, they would have been proved totally wrong, wouldn't they? Really, well, looking at the audience there.
I don't think there was a person there tonight that didn't understand what we were saying or doing, like, you know.
One question I must ask you, actually. Can you tell us anything about Rosie?
About Rosie?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Yeah, she's quite...
Shouldn't you?
Well, I should, yeah, because Rosie's become quite famous because of that song. Like, she's just a woman I knew back in Australia, and she was like, I tell the truth here, 19 stone, 12 pound, red curly hair and freckles, and very, very lusty.
Really? I think that kind of sums it up, doesn't it?
Do you want to know more?
It's all right. I think the song explains the rest. Immortalised at last. It's A Whole Lotta Rosie. From the album If You Want Blood, You Got It. Yeah, what were we talking about there? I'm so involved in all the music.
You can even hear, there's a band of friends of mine called Brody here in Edinburgh who play that song just as well, you know.
Really?
And you've got to hear that,
yeah. Yeah, they're not together anymore, actually.
Yeah, they are, yeah. I've got the singer sitting next to me right here, Tom Davison, yeah.
I thought Brody had split up. Somebody told me they were getting back together.
Well, they split up.
Come in a bit, Tom.
Come here, Tom.
Come in and join us.
Yeah.
Because let's get a friendship together here.
All right.
Talking with Brody, Brody split up about January of this year.
Yeah. That's what I heard.
The lead guitarist that was with us at the time is no longer with us now. And we went off the road for about 2.5 to 3 months, and we started doing gigs again. I think we've done about 5. And
well, that's where I'm a little bit behind the times.
Can I mention a particular gig?
Well, you're very, very subtle about it, yes.
Well, it's somewhere in Curry, and it's a hotel.
Okay.
And it's called the Glenburn.
That's
on Sunday.
Yeah, and you'll be
playing. We're back on the road, yeah, we're very definitely back on the road.
That's good to hear. We'll need to get together and have a chat about it.
New material, incidentally.
New material?
Yes, new original material.
We'll look forward to it.
Thank you.
Yeah,
well, thank you for that, because
that's all right. Yeah.
I've got to get my friends, I love my friends, you know.
Okay.
And
where are you based at the moment now?
Us?
Yeah.
The world.
As a band?
In the world.
Yeah?
Yeah, in the world.
Are you around so much?
We're not anywhere. Like we spent since March we spent a month in England. I mean Britain, like, you know, I mean England, like, I beg your pardon.
That's all right, we'll forgive you.
And then 16 weeks in America. And 2 weeks in Europe, you know, between Switzerland and France and Belgium and Germany, and then now back here for 2 more weeks.
Where have you found the best atmosphere, studio-wise, to record your albums?
Oh well,
or where would you like to go in the future?
Recorded like studio-wise in Australia, back with George Young and Harry Vander back in Albert Studios in Australia, in Sydney, you know.
Yeah.
That to us is the most